Yeah, who would ever thought that we would score 21 runs and 6 times at bat, and Colby Shelton and Drew Williamson not get a hit? But yeah, just really good offensive performance for us. Second night in a row, we hit 5 last night and 4 tonight. So really happy about that, and just glad to have it behind us. It can be pretty taxing playing the double midweeks. 5 games in 6 days, and glad to have that last one behind us, and we'll kind of catch our breath tomorrow, and excited to play Columbia this week, and that'll be a little step up in competition, which we're at the point where we need that. So again, glad to be 14-0.
Coach, have you got a chance to check on Max? How is he doing after the hit by pitch?
Yeah, I think he's okay. They ran over and got an X-ray during the game just to be safe, and he's going to be okay. It was pretty nasty. I don't know if anybody's ever been hit in the elbow by a baseball, but not a lot of padding there. So, but he's going to be okay.
Coach, 2 points of emphasis coming into the season was improving offensively and keeping the intensity in midweek games. You guys have done both of those things so far this season. So, what can you speak about that?
Yeah, just that we've done a really good job in both of those areas, and I think probably a pretty good basic point of coaching is what you'll probably get a better chance to be good at things that you make important. And I think our kids are very clear that those two things were very important coming into the season. So look, man, we're doing a good job, but we're 14 games in. I'm certainly hopeful that we get to play 65 or 70 games this year, but we're doing a good job. I'm proud of the team.
Coach, can you talk about your team mixing in the runs, not just hitting home runs, but they're also getting them on and getting them in through just good old-fashioned small ball? Just talk about the variety of ways this offense can score.
Yeah, I think as we get into league play I think we'll be more active on the bases and do a little more with the short game. We really haven't done a bunch of it just because the game hasn't called for it. So really just been stringing at-bats together and getting our fair share of extra base hits to this point. But, as the pitching gets a little tougher, it's going to be harder to string a bunch of hits together, and we're going to have to create a little bit more. But, we've done a good job of that when the game's called for it to this point.
Jim, back-to-back games with a home run. Have you been seeing the ball better lately, or is it just coming down to making adjustments, or what goes into hitting home for back-to-back days?
Luck. I mean, I'm going to leave it at that. It's just luck.
What a day to boost the batting average for. What did you see today that can help you be successful?
Just seeing the baseball pretty well. Helps you get hits, and kind of like Jim said, sometimes days like that just kind of happen on their own. Not much else to it.
Tommy, how do you feel about your approach as of late? You've been stringing the hits together these last couple of games. What can you say about your approach these recent games?
Just keeping it simple, taking it one pitch at a time. Has helped me.
Coach, about Alton Davis, he got some work today. Obviously, he gave it the home run, but how did he look to you with his performance?
Man, we're really excited about Alton. He's throwing the ball. He just keeps getting better. I know he gave up the home run, but yeah, he's going to throw some big innings for us this year, get some big outs, and just wanted to get him out there. We kind of going into today saying, man, we got to get Alton back in there. So I'm fired up about him. I mean, he did fine tonight. Once he gave up the home run, he settled in and got a couple punch outs, but he's going to be really good, real soon.
Coach, tonight's win was your 150th career.
Oh my gosh, how about that?
So what can you say about your time from when you got to Tuscaloosa versus now, just a little bit of reflection?
Oh man, I really hadn't thought a lot about it. It's crazy how fast it's gone. It's crazy how long it's taken to get 150. I guess hope to get about 850 more. But yeah, I'm really proud of the progress the program's made. We think pretty obvious we need to take a step forward this year. Really confident that is happening. But those are just numbers. Now I'm just worried about trying to get to 151.
Jim, can you talk a little bit about this offense and just how prolific it's been?
I mean, there's not much to say about it besides the fact that it's just kind of firing on all cylinders right now. We kind of make jokes about it in the locker room with how much you can just mix and match with our lineup, and pretty much everyone's gonna be able to get the job done. We've had a ton of games you get to bring in people off the bench in the 6th inning and come out and hit doubles. It's hard to really explain what's going on, especially when you got Colby Robinson doing something that I've never seen before.
Colby Shelton.
Colby Robinson.
Colby Robinson?
Yeah,
Colby Robinson would not hit 9 home runs in 14 games.
No, he would not.
He played
but
great shortstop.
Colby Shelton is literally like a video game character right now. So, yeah, kind of like what Tom was saying, it's just going pitch to pitch, trying to keep everything simple.
Coach, you won by a significant margin, but Alabama State almost faced you guys with hits with 11 and scored 7 runs of their own. What did you see from their offense today?
Well, they put the ball in play, and when you do that, we only punched them out 4 times. So, the way baseball's trending, and you look at the big league level, and it kind of bleeds down in SEC. Like you got to get some punch outs. So if you want pitchers to kind of pitch to kind of soft contact and all that, but if they put the ball in play 75-80% of the time, it's going to find some holes eventually. So they did a good job of putting the ball in play, and we played good defense tonight, which certainly helped slow them down.
Obviously, it was 4 players that got hit by pitch today. That is part of the game, but as it was kind of accumulating, did tension ever feel like it was increasing? It was just, hey, it was just luck. The ball was wet. Like it was just part of the game today. No,
I mean, you can kind of tell when somebody's throwing at somebody intentionally most of the time, and that certainly was not the case tonight. I mean, if you see a pitcher that's hitting the mid like 37 times in a row, and all of a sudden he misses about 4 or 5 feet, that kind of looks a little goofy. But yeah, it's just part of baseball, especially early season. It's funny, we have the spring training games on in the coach's locker room, and you see some of those pitchers that are the best in the world just spraying it all over the place, and then you see them a month later, and they're throwing it on 2 or 3 inches of plate. So just part of the game.
Anything else?
Coach, I believe this was your 7th round rule of the season, and scoring 21 runs is just amazing for any level of baseball. How does this feel for building confidence going into league play?
Yeah, baseball's a really mental sport, and you tell the kids to be really process oriented, and don't even look at the stats, and don't worry about your batting average and all that stuff. And I'm knowing that half of them are calculating their average as they run to first base. That's just what dumbass college kids do. But we're gonna get really tested in 8 days, and I think whatever our record is going to be good, and whatever our stats are going to be good, and it makes you feel good when those things are happening. So we'll get brought down to earth really soon. It might be Friday night, it might be next Thursday, whatever, but I'd rather be 14-0 than 0-14 for sure.
This one's for the players. Of course, they just mentioned Coach Bo's 150. Obviously, what does that mean? But more importantly, what is it? He always talks about you guys' work ethic, you guys' effort. What does it mean when you see his work effort and work ethic for you guys as well?
Do I need to leave the room? So you said it was really quick.
Congratulations, Coach.
That's awesome. I mean, it all kind of starts at the top. So, like, whatever you see on the field doesn't just kind of happen, So you got to imagine the amount of work that's getting put in by the coaching staff and guiding us into the little things that we do, like approach, pitch calling, defensive, like maneuver, whatever. Like everything starts from top down. So that's it.
Anything else?
Proud of you.
All right.
You're almost as old as I am.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.
What do you say we not hang out here tomorrow? Let's do somewhere different.